that this episode is presented by WeMakeDanceMusic.com, the largest music production marketplace on the internet where people buy and sell music production assets like templates, sounds, vocals. We also have instrumental covers. There's a lot of things that are exclusive to us, so you have to check it out at WeMakeDanceMusic.com. Guys, this is episode 281, which is a whole lot of episode, and I keep on going making those episodes. I'm having a lot of fun, guys, and I have a big announcement, and I'm going to do on every single episode you're going to see. I'm releasing stuff on Beatport again. My new release is coming in. It's called Mika's Nemesis. It's between mainstream techno, melodic techno, and progressive house. It's kind of a merge of all of these guys, and you have to check it out. Mika's Nemesis on Beatport. It's a smashing. It's a banger. It's gonna be good. So guys, today I'm gonna actually make some mainstream techno. That means really the peak time, the banger, the Anna, the Charlotte DeWitt, like not so hard, but really that big fat sound. And this big fat sound start with a kick, which I would make from complete scratch, guys. So basically I'm gonna make all the element from scratch, no sample use, nothing. I'm just gonna really go at the core of this genre. Like basically, first thing, big kick, big sub, pushing underneath. After this, some hi-hats, but really compressed, you know, they really have to hit like really hard the sound system. This is how you make this genre. And I'm thinking maybe an acid line in there, like a chunky acid line, some sound effects and stuff. And that's it, guys. It's gonna be this episode, and of course we're gonna make some templates for Logic Pro X, Ableton, and FL Studio. From this episode, there's already 280, and since 250 we made templates for Ableton, FL Studio, and Logic Pro, so all you guys can really get the template and master the sound. So let's get started, guys. I have here, right here, and the sound, the track you're hearing right now is the result of this episode, which I finished and then I edited the video to do the intro and everything. So guys, a track like that, here I have a drum synthesizer, Logic. I mean, it's very good. It's all you need. It's all I need, at least. And this is how it sounds like. Okay, so I'm gonna first, I think, record some media. I don't know if I'll be, I think I'll go just like a plain C, like a fat C, and then we're gonna modulate the kick. So 128 BPM. I think it's appropriate for something like that. I want the kick to be equal, to be half of the length, to have a little bit of a break, because I don't want it to be constant. You know, I could really made it the full length in between the time, but I don't think it's a good idea because I need a bit of time for the track to breathe. So it's gonna be so it have this pumping and this timing. I think it's also important in dance music. So, and another important factor of this, guys, it's in mono. So I started doing that lately on my releases. Most of the mastering engineer will do it for you if you don't do it, is to take everything basically under 200 hertz and drop it in mono. So now I'm doing it in the mix, so it actually creates room in the mix for other elements. I can mix it a little bit louder, and you can really define the bass and the kick in the middle here, and then the element, you know, that make the trippy space on the speakers. So now I start in mono. I think it's a bit high. I'm gonna go whole. I think this is a bit too low, so I have to go somewhere in the middle, I think. I'm in E, which is one of my favorite key. So now we're gonna modulate it a little bit. I think there's a bit too much decay. I want some decay. Now there's no decay. So now you just have the pluck. Then you bring some decay. Oh, I don't know why it went back. That's a good decay. We can put some saturation in there. Ooh, this is nice. Bit of tone. This is like a, you can hear it's like a little wave of tone. If we crank it to the max, it's just too punchy, too kind of, there's a bit too much tone. You can put a little bit, I would say 10%. The sweep is the click you heard at first, like tick, tick, tick. If we put 0, oh, now we just have like the decay, we just have this, but we want some of this pluck, this hit, the sweep. The shape, if if we want it to be really a lot of sweep and less decay. But I just want actually a little bit of sweep. About 25%. And the rest is decay. The pitch, if we want to, we could play with it, but we already tune it. We want to go very low. This could be interesting, let's say if we automate, and let's say we do a drop and the kick like drop super low. Could be interesting. Well, I don't know how did it happen. It's not what I wanted. Anyway, it's there. So that's a kick. It's good. I'm gonna do something I do regularly. So I'm gonna set the kick to about minus 10 dB to have room in the mix to do other things. I can always crank up the volume here if I need. So basically, this. I'm gonna stick a compressor on it, just to chunk it a little. I'm gonna take the basic here, drop the threshold, compress just a few dB, like 2-3 dB max. I want the attack to be quite sharp, let's say here, and the release to be slow. So without, this is like more vague, I would say. Now it's focus. Could also play with the mix, put more of the original and mix it with the plug. I would go 100%, maybe a little bit. I would say maybe 75. Oh yeah, so now we have a bit of a mix of this kind of vague and this focus kick. So, and while we're at it, an easy thing to do, guys, replicate this. Boom, go here, and I'm gonna do some hi-hats from scratch. How nice is that, guys? That somebody is there with you, making everything from scratch, just because, well, I like it really, to be honest. So snares and claps, hats and cymbals. Boom. Take this here, put it where it goes, which is in the middle. Like I said, I'm gonna make it shorter because I don't want them to be so long even. Ooh, that's almost techno already. Decay is a bit over the top. I'm gonna go in the compressor because it's already there, so I think I would compress it kind of the same feel as the kick somehow. Maybe the ratio, I'm gonna go a bit mental, like 10:1, more like a maximizer kind of thing. Stick a limiter on there just in case I'm hitting the peaks here. Then lower the volume. I think it's a bit intense with the maximizer, so I will drop it and I'm just gonna do some volume. However, this should not be in mono, so I kind of made a little bit of a mistake here. Somehow the drum set is in mono, that's in mono. That actually wanted to be in stereo, because in mono, while it's great, it's better in stereo. So I'm gonna go here, drum synth, and I'm gonna reopen a version in stereo. I'm gonna drop this here. In the stereo, the compressor should, oh, it didn't shift to stereo, so that's interesting. Oh wait, I got the wrong channel. Okay, here. Is the channel stayed in mono? Okay, wait a second. I look funny now. No problem. Drum synth, stereo, por favor, proche. Okay. Let's do it again. Pink, pink. I definitely don't want the kick. So I'm gonna go in here, make sure I have the right version here. Poof, hi-hat and cymbals. More like it. Big difference for me. Less decay. Gonna put the compressor on there. Again, really fast attack for that. Slow release. Super bit crazy ratio, like 10:1. More like maximizing. Gonna hit it a bit harder. Now we can go this is mainly noise, really. play with the pitch a little. Ooh, this is good. It was quite loud, really. So what I could do if I wanted to, let's say, enhance my kick a little bit and do a little bit of a trick, is I'll take this kick signal here, drop it into the synth. I'm gonna tune it, and I'm gonna chop like a sub bass that will go at the same time. But my goal here is to potentially, into the final track, put that in sync with the kick and change the keys as the track goes to make some cool effect. Heard that in some tracks before. I cannot tell you where or which one, but I know that I can do something with that. This is a bit low. I would say that it's more like it's another classic kick here. So this one with the kick we had. I'm gonna mix it. Don't worry guys, I will mix it in the speakers. Big difference, but I want the chunk. I really want the chunk. I want that to be big, kind of, yeah. Yeah, I would say that's a good start. This other kick is in stereo for now, at least. So now we have the cymbals. I think I want to do like a really quick hat roll to really drive the track forward here. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to go into my drum set. I'm going to really drop the decay to very, very little. And then I'm going to do this like that. Drop the volume, bring it in. Usually in this genre, not so much snare, more kind of rolly things, you know. So I'm not gonna put a snare on there. I'm gonna try to vary, you know, the elements with something else. So I'm gonna put, it's important to mark the time. However, I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna do like a clappy kind of thing, gritty snare, sidekick, human clap. Let's see if it's gonna clap. A bit too low. Not a big fan, somehow the tone doesn't speak to me. Better there. Oh, I cut the decay, sorry. I'm gonna repeat this, give myself a bit of room. I think now I'm gonna continue with the drum synth since I've started with it, you know, and I like to do everything from scratch, guys, you know. For you guys, I do just everything, guys. So I have percussions here. So I have a deep tom, cowbell. Ooh, I think a cowbell would be a nice. Ooh, for this genre. No, I just hit the spot. Right on. I liked it better on the root key. So I would say turn it. So 2 quick hits. Maybe here, not certain. No, not there. First it's too loud, let's put it in the back. Somehow, something. Maybe. So timing there. Now we can of course modulate it or created. It's almost a synth already. I'll do it very short, like this. Send it to a bus. Drop a delay in there, a tape delay. Send it. Take I mean, I would do that in live in real time. It would be a whole lot of fun, guys. Might come. Okay, so now I'm gonna switch from what I was doing to a more synthy parts with you guys. I'm gonna put the synth at the top here. Ooh. That was a mistake? It's a good mistake though. I think I would just do the classic here. This beat here. Would you usually do that with a thumb or something like that? Like we could bring it up just for fun. No. Now that I'm started. This one. Trying this one. Maybe go a little bit here, bring it down an octave. Okay, now we're good. We're getting started into the hypnotic part. So I'm gonna have that every bar, and let's say every 2 bar. I'm gonna extend my MIDI here. I'm gonna have something in the middle. Let's say trut, and then cheek. Let's say something brassy, something like that. Let's see what we get. Probably gonna need a bit more length. Make sure I have the right alchemy because I tend to mess it up and take another one. Brass. Do that here. Go get quite low. Not what I'm looking for sure. I'm gonna go to techno, just Not quite, not quite. I like that. I think making techno like this is really about being creative with what we got, what we have. It didn't really work to add a second hit, so. Ooh, that is chunky. I think that is super trippy. Lower the volume a little bit. Continue in there. I'm looking for like a... It's hard to explain this sound that I have in my mind right now. It's like toot 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 toot. So I'm not sure of the pattern yet. Okay, now I have a bit of a better idea of the pattern. Listening to this idea, maybe a bit more distance here. So what if I would turn that into a full sequence? Some kind of alert, kind of dun, 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 like this. Cannot really filter it somehow. Wibble. Am I just messing this up because I have the wrong? No, let's just do this one. Ah, that's what I was thinking. So that I would take, and because I cannot do this with a filter, I will do it here. I just want the kind of the middles of this. About this 500 there is very good. Bit too much delay here. think we're due for some kind of a big acid bass line of some type. Not sure about the key here. However, I'm gonna take this here. I'm gonna put that here. I'm gonna make sure I have my part right here. Then I'm gonna remove this obviously because this is a copy. Bring all the frequency we have here. Oh, this is quite good. It's every 4 bar, it works very well. Now, though, I need to get some acid in there. So this acid here. This one that I use actually for one of the track that's gonna get released this summer, and I'm amazed how good I get it to sound. I have to be honest with you guys. I put in a massive amount of work to make it really, really what it became, which is like a super fat acid bass line. But you know, so I go there. I'm gonna go in the ARP, check the pattern. I'm gonna go and change the pattern to something different. I think I'm a bit high. I mean, the MIDI is a bit high. I'm not a bit high at all. I had quite a few coffees, I have to admit. However, this is gonna make a big difference. Ooh, acid. Let's put it in the mix. Sidechain is the next thing to do. I'm gonna get it to pump in the mix, sidechain it here to my instrument, heavy kick, reduce the attack, the delay, 4:1 ratio here. I like to, when I use this synth, if I really want to recreate somehow the feel, I'm gonna go vintage EQ collection, tube stereo. There's a good setting that's called Big Synth. Here you go. Now I'm gonna bring in the volume. I think this is a bit loud. It's meant to be there, but not this loud. I'm gonna replicate this. What do you think, guys? Do you think this could be a primetime techno piece? So drop a comment below. I think so. I mean, it needs some work, of course. It's not like that simple. Have to mix it too. Don't want to make it too smooth, so I'm not gonna touch too much. Okay, for this, I'm gonna name the channel a little bit because I'm a bit lost already. So acid. This is Paddy. This is Hits. This is Chunk Effects. That's how I call this. This is aggressive synth bass. Yeah, I would call this that. I'm sure if I check, there's a lot of subs in there or something. Yeah, it's almost only sub. I'm gonna leave it, but not really the lows because I don't want it to obstruct the rest of the track. You can still feel it. So first thing I would do with this is obviously drop some automations on this acid line here. Easily open this here, track zoom so I can see what I am doing. Then I'm gonna go here, put that on touch, and I'm gonna open the cutoff. I'm not even on the right channel. Fuck. Oops, sorry guys. I shouldn't swear in this episode. There you go. Not again, not on the right channel. That doesn't make me look very pro, isn't it? Okay, this time, touch, alchemy, ha. And then if you want, you push A, so you're gonna see your automations here. Select what you have, alchemy cutoff right here, boom. So let's start it low just for fun. Good amount of action already in there, wow. And there's also, make sure you put it on read, and you can have a look what other type of acid we got. No resonance. More chunky, driven, tasty, noisy, crushed, digital, shape. I like the classic for that. So guys, this is gonna be it for episode 281 of your live electronic music tutorials. If you know those episodes, guys, you know that when I'm done here, I'll take about 30 minutes to get the ideas together. Then I spend in 4, 5, 6, 7, sometimes 8 hours into making this into a template. And I can guarantee you this one will punch your off the dance floor. This is guaranteed, guys. This is Peak Time Techno, and I'll see you next time.